What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Logistical Styles coming at you in another video. This time we're in a new environment. We're not in the studio. We're actually on my deck. I'm outside in the yard getting some sun in, and just making good use of my free time that I've been having lately with everything that's going on in the world right now. So what I've been doing is getting into the whole portablist thing. I know I'm a little bit late to the scene because people have been doing this for like 4 or 5 years right now, but I just had the opportunity and the right time to be able to take a look at it, and this is what I've come up with. I went ahead and pulled the trigger and got me a Numark PT01Scratch. It's a portable turntable. It's been out for quite a while right now, so they're easy to find. You can look them up online. I'll put a link for one in the description as well. I'll put a link for everything that I'm using in the description so you can see exactly what I'm using. This is the basic turntable. What I did the modification. I added a start stop button to it. I think that kit was like $23 from Jesse Dean Portables or Jesse Dean Designs. So I ordered that and put that in really easily, and I'm probably going to do a little bit more modification, maybe a new tone arm, maybe upgrade the speaker within the turntable, see if I can put something a little bit better, a little bit more powerful. But for now, what I'm using is a JBL Flip4, which is a Bluetooth portable speaker. I'm not going to be using the Bluetooth function of it today. What I'm just using is the input. It's a regular headphone jack, 3.5 millimeter, 1/8 inch headphone input into there. That comes from the output of the PT01. There's a headphone output, so it goes right out. You can also use a RCA output as well. And then I'm also using this right here. This is a Bluetooth receiver. I found this on Amazon. It's a really generic one. If you look up Bluetooth receiver, you'll find a ton of them just like this. People use them in their cars if they don't have Bluetooth capability, but they have a line input. That's what this is used for. But because this turntable has a line input, I'm going to be using it as my audio input, and it's going to be streaming from my phone. So my phone is going to be running the Launchpad app by Novation. If you haven't heard of it, I suggest you check it out. It's a really cool app. I think it costs like maybe $5 on the App Store, but it comes with a lot of loops and samples that you can arrange to make unique productions that you can scratch over. I use them to make loopers, basically, because you hit play and you let it play, it will just keep looping over and over until you make some changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a project. I just downloaded it on this phone for this video, so I just have the basic stock sounds on my iPad. I have a whole lot more that I've purchased, but I'm going to pull up a hip hop sound pack, and let's see. All right, so we got a beat going. This phone streaming the app to the receiver into the turntable, which goes into the speaker. And I'm using a Richie Rough Tone Practice Your Cuts record. And let's see. Change up the beat a little bit. So while I'm here, I might as well do a little bit experimenting. I'm using this speaker because it's a little bit louder, and at least here in person it sounds better. So let's try it without the speaker, using the built-in speaker on the turntable. Not very loud. There's a gain knob on the turntable. Got that turned all the way up. I got my phone's volume turned all the way up. So this is what you get without using a secondary speaker. I got the volume maxed out on here. You know, and I think, let me stop that. I think that's okay for certain situations, especially when you want to go super light and you don't want to have a whole lot of stuff with you. So, I mean, this is just a nice thing to have, and honestly, you can use any speaker that will have or accept an input. I've even used this setup with a Behringer, 12-inch Behringer Harbinger, Vari 2312, the one that has the Bluetooth and also has an input, 1/8 input. I've used that speaker as well. I just don't like the speaker right now that's in this deck, but it is a project or idea of mine to possibly find something a little better sounding, and maybe I will be able to completely forego having to use an outside speaker. But for right now, this works out great. I mean, I'm going to continue to use this. I'll probably get a shorter cord. This cord is like $10. I got it at the local Goodwill. But if I could find something a little bit shorter, maybe even something that could attach to the deck itself. Let's see. I actually like the minimalist beats, so I usually just pull up, you know, a couple of drums and maybe a bass. So there you have it. You know, basically, I guess what I want you to take from this video is check out the Launchpad app. It's a great way to come up with your own little loops that you can just let run over and over and over and over again. Or you can make them mix and match them to come up with some new beats. This Bluetooth receiver, look on Amazon. You can find them. They're really cheap. I paid $10 for this one. I've seen the average price for them is between $10 and $15. So definitely get one of these. They'll cut down on the wires, and find yourself a decent speaker and just go out, find someplace and jam out. So look out for more portable videos from me, and hopefully I'll be bringing some friends along for the ride, and we'll have some jam sessions so we can post up. But until then, keep scratching, keep practicing, stay safe, and I'm out.